Welcome to Tech Blueprint, a window that lets you know the latest technology news in the world. Recently, news has caused a huge uproar in the technology industry. The United States spent months investigating Huawei's Kirin chip, but surprisingly found nothing. This incident not only demonstrates Huawei's independent innovation capability in chip technology, but also once again proves that the US technology sanctions against China are ineffective. Foreign media have reported on this and bluntly pointed out that sanctions are ineffective and instead stimulate the potential for independent innovation of Chinese companies. Huawei under US sanctions, rise in adversity. The sanctions imposed by the United States on Huawei can be said to be one of the hottest topics in the technology industry in recent years. From initially restricting chip supply to cutting off global cooperation channels, the United States has attempted to suppress Huawei through a series of measures, thereby curbing China's rise in the technology field. However, it has been proven that these sanctions not only did not achieve the expected results, but also allowed Huawei to achieve even more rapid development in adversity. The Kirin chip launched by Huawei HiSilicon is the best proof of this rise in adversity. As early as 2009, Huawei HiSilicon launched its first Kirin chip. Although the response was mediocre at the time, it was the starting point for the rise of Kirin chips. Subsequently, every year Kirin chips made significant progress, from Kirin 925 leading Mate 7 into the high-end camp, to Kirin 955 helping Huawei P9 sales exceed 10 million, to later Kirin 990 and Kirin 1000 series. Each generation of Kirin chips carries Huawei's persistent pursuit of technological innovation. However, just as the Kirin chip was about to reach its peak, the US sanctions were like a bolt from the blue, posing a huge challenge to Huawei. Due to the impact of the US ban on contract manufacturers such as TSMC, they are no longer able to manufacture chips for Huawei, causing difficulties in the production of Kirin chips. Faced with this dilemma, Huawei did not choose to give up, but resolutely embarked on the path of independent research and development. After years of hard work, Huawei has finally launched the fully independently developed Kirin 9020 chip. This chip not only achieves significant performance improvement, but also approaches TSMC's 5nm technology in terms of process level. Its emergence not only helped Huawei stand up again in the field of chips, but also demonstrated to the world the ambitious goals of Chinese companies in global technological competition. Invalid sanctions, stimulating the potential for independent innovation. The sanctions imposed by the United States on Huawei were intended to contain the development of Chinese technology through restrictive measures. However, the fact is exactly the opposite. These sanctions not only did not bring Huawei down, but also stimulated the independent innovation potential of Chinese enterprises, accelerating China's technological breakthroughs and industrial upgrading in the chip field. Firstly, sanctions have made Huawei realize the importance of independent research and development. In the past, although Huawei had its own chip development team, it still relied heavily on external suppliers. However, sanctions have made Huawei realize that only by mastering core technologies can it truly achieve autonomy and controllability. Therefore, Huawei has increased its investment in chip research and development, forming a large R&D team dedicated to tackling technical challenges in the chip field. Secondly, sanctions have also brought development opportunities for China's chip industry. Under the pressure of sanctions, Chinese chip companies have increased their investment in independent innovation, striving to improve their technological level and market competitiveness. At the same time, the government has also introduced a series of supportive policies, providing strong guarantees for the development of China's chip industry. These efforts have jointly promoted the rapid development and rise of China's chip industry. Nowadays, China's chip industry has made significant progress. From chip design to manufacturing, packaging, testing, and other stages, all aspects have been independently controllable. At the same time, Chinese chip companies are actively expanding their international markets, and engaging in cooperation and exchanges with globally renowned enterprises. All of this is inseparable from the catalytic effect of US sanctions. The success of Kirin chips, the rise of Chinese technology. The success of Kirin chips is not only a victory for Huawei, but also a symbol of China's technological rise. It marks a solid step forward for China on the path of chip localization, and also gives China stronger confidence in the chip game with the United States. Firstly, the success of Kirin chips proves the strength of Chinese enterprises in technological innovation. Under the pressure of sanctions, Huawei did not choose to surrender, but instead chose to rise to the challenge. Through independent research and innovation breakthroughs, Huawei has successfully launched the Kirin 9020 high-performance chip, which not only meets its own needs, but also sets an example for the development of China's chip industry. Secondly, the success of Kirin chips has also driven the rapid development of China's chip industry. Driven by Kirin chips, Chinese chip companies have increased their investment in independent innovation, striving to improve their technological level and market competitiveness. At the same time, the government has also introduced a series of supportive policies to provide strong guarantees for the development of China's chip industry. These efforts have jointly promoted the rapid development and rise of China's chip industry. Finally, the success of Kirin chips also demonstrates China's strength in global technological competition. With the continuous rise of Chinese technology enterprises, China's influence in the global technology field is also constantly increasing. In the future, China will continue to uphold an open and cooperative attitude and work with countries around the world to promote technological progress and innovative development. The fact that the United States spent months searching for Kirin chips without success once again proves that sanctions are ineffective. On the contrary, it has stimulated the independent innovation potential of Chinese enterprises and accelerated China's technological breakthroughs and industrial upgrading in the chip field. In the future, China will continue to uphold an open and cooperative attitude and work with countries around the world to promote technological progress and innovative development, contributing more to the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. In this era full of challenges and opportunities, let China look forward to the rise of Chinese technology together. I believe that in the near future, China will definitely occupy a more important position in the global technology field and make greater contributions to world peace and development.